Go boys, 3 Moonlight summons, 1 on each of my accounts. This is account number 1, then we'll do number 2 and 3 on Europe. 1 and 2 are on the global server. So, what will I get? Oh my god. The possibilities. Let's start off with the first one. I'm just gonna like quickly swap between accounts and it's gonna be really quick, guys. Shine? Nope. Alright, 3-star. Yes, Lorena. Alright, well, that's it for this one. I'll go on the second account now. Alright, account number 2. I just broke over 100 million gold, and yo, I need to do this video quick. I got some gold to farm, baby. Got some gold to farm. This buff. Wait, why is it so long? Oh no, it's the usual 2 hours. I got confused with the guild one. Anyways, let's go. Okay, what will I get? What will I get? Come on, do it. Shine. No. Ah. Alright, well, no gloomy rain on this account. Don't think I'll build her just yet, but yeah. I mean, she's good to like transfer debuffs on their whole team, immune to stun, provoke, and sleep. Solid hero, but she's very squishy, so it's hard to keep her alive. Alright, account number 3 now. Alright, account number 3 on the Europe server. Oh my god, alright. So let's just start off with the daily 7. This is the account I have some insane playtime on. And prophetic candlestick, please. Please. Yes! Yes! Finally, I have one. Oh my god, never been so excited for a 3-star artifact ever. Finally, I have one. I really need it. Alright, Moonlight 7 now. Moonlight 7. Let's get that thing from the shop.
What do you think?
Okay.
Welcome to the Infinite Library.
Oh, I got really lucky so far. I got really lucky. Can't complain. So, yeah. Maybe the luck continues. You never know, man. I mean, it's all random. And, okay, 3-star. Phyllis. I mean, not that bad. Phyllis is really strong. I have Cecilia. The issue is... Actually... Yeah, I mean, when she gets attacked, she provides defense buff for the whole team. And she gets stackable defense for herself. I mean, she's good, but you don't see her being used too much. Actually, her morale in Labyrinth and Raids is actually pretty good. And she's an amazing tank for that. The barrier is pretty weak. It will replace an active barrier. So, I mean, if you are heavily relying on barrier from like a Dian and an Angelica, well, it's gonna get replaced with this. So you should turn off her skills. The issue is that if you use her, let's say in Guild Wars or Arena Defense, well, she's gonna be using that on cooldown. And if you have someone that applies barrier on your team, well, it's gonna be replaced with this weak barrier, which is unfortunate. But beside that, I mean, yeah, you don't see her being used too much. But if you need a knight, I would say go with Maya if you want someone to carry your Aureus for like PvP defense. Phyllis can be used, but you can work your way around her. Just like don't use area damage dealers so it doesn't trigger this defense buff. So there's that. Alright, so the Mystic summons. Oh yeah, I want to quickly go over the Mystic summon pool. And yeah, I don't think I'm gonna check the top 100 meta because it's not that far into the week just yet. But the plan is that I don't summon on this rotation. I'm gonna summon on the next week. Next week is insane for well, for Europe. That's actually really good for me. I definitely can use a Destina, Shimaja staff, increase all sources of healing in your team. It works on continuous healing. It works on lifesteal. Any source of healing, it works. It enhances it. Also, I would be happy with Tahil's Ancient Book. That's really good because actually I have auxiliary lots, and with Chaos Axe I can, with just like this, with 10 souls, I can just soul burn skill 2 of Chaos Axe, which if he kills someone, well, he can attack again and potentially kill another player. So that's really good for the combo that I can do. And not only that, but actually, yeah, if you're looking for speed memory imprints, you've got Helga, you got Jetch in there. Of course, Helga is used way more. Actually, I can definitely use some ether because I have Guider ether, and that's some memory imprint. So there's another reason to pull there for me. And Angelica is in here, so I mean, Angelica, Destina, that's pretty insane. And then you've got Shimaja staff, and of course you've got Fallen Cecilia, you got Champion Zerato. Like I wouldn't mind getting Champion Zerato, to be honest. I'm sure I can do really well with him. He's just like too squishy for my taste, but still, yeah, I feel like he could dish out a lot of damage with the attack down and defense down. That's really powerful. And all these artifacts, man, like these 4-star artifacts, they can all be used. I want to actually build Angelic Montmorency, and yeah, I'm gonna be farming the Spirit Altars when we get the double drops. So I'm gonna be going crazy on the water one, and yeah, I'll be farming like whatever I need just to like stack up runes. It's the way to go. I mean, it's gonna be open for a few hours here and there, starting I believe during this upcoming weekend. So yeah, also I mean, Dust Devil super strong. Purgus, you don't see him being used too much, but he can actually be quite dangerous with those counter attacks. It's just that that's random. That's random. It's not 100% chance, but still. What else? Kali, well, yeah, you don't see her being used too much, but if you have Assassin Kali, that's memory imprints. And of course, Challenger Domino, that's memory imprint for her. Really cool. Jet, you get him for free, and Ether, but Jet actually can use in Banshee. He's very strong in Banshee because, one second. So yeah, you get him for free, but I guess you can get some memory imprints for him, so that's some speed for your team. But the reason he's so powerful in Banshee is because he can remove a debuff every time he goes, even if he's silenced or stunned, whatever, he can do that. And also if you carry one Trust Potion Vial, I mean, he can remove up to 2 debuffs every time he just goes, on top of doing skill 1 and skill 3, so that's cool. Beside that, I mean, that's a way to increase your survival on a night, or I mean, I'm using this on Akatis in Europe. That's like super low budget, use whatever you have available kind of deal. But yeah, this rotation, man, is super strong. Fallen Cecilia is amazing. I wish I knew this rotation was coming up, because I would have saved. I actually pulled for Tamarine and the Idol's Shear, which is like, it was really good. It's just this banner, I mean, this rotation is on a whole other level. There's just so much, so many good things in there. I mean, it's just the combo of Angelica, Destina, and then you've got Shimaja staff, and I mean, of course, that's the dream, but whatever. And it's just, for my case, I need this. I need just one of these. And I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind my Hero Storm and Dust Devil. I don't actually need it just yet, but still. And Ether. I need copies for Memory Imprint Guider Ether. So yeah, definitely going to pull here. So yeah, those are my thoughts on that rotation. This one, on the other hand, the thing is, Abyssal Crown is in here, and actually you cannot resist Abyssal Crown when it procs. So if you have like, if you're fighting someone with like insane effect resistance, you can bypass that with the triggers of Abyssal Crown, which is really cool. So I'm sure a lot of players will be going for this Abyssal Crown just to try to stun non-stop in PvP. And I mean, you can definitely use this on any mate, but especially like on Dizzy, that would be pretty cancerous. If you're lucky against the enemy, they will be stunned quite often. So that is very powerful. Araminta, I mean, she's good. She's good, but yeah, in Golem there's better options than her. If you want to check my Europe Golem team, it's Ken Akatis, my selective summons. Akatis before selective summon got Ken on selective, but then I just built Mascot Hazel, and with Carmen Rose 3-star, it's a beautiful team. It's very powerful, and the gear required is very low. My CP is 170,000, and it just works. It's very reliable, and yeah, very strong. And Araminta will not provide enough for the team, especially with her burn getting cleaned up from the Golem by the tree at stage 11. Yeah, I don't recommend her if you're trying to clear Golem with low gear level. But I mean, if you have the gear, I mean, she can definitely be used in there, and you can use her in other areas of the game. To be honest, I mean, yeah, she can farm quite well, but there's much better farmers though. Not sure about morale in terms of Labyrinth and Raid, but still. Yeah, I mean, attack buff with AoE, burn, she's not bad. And the thing is, you've got the unhealable. That's the thing though. You could replace, let's say, a Hazel for Araminta in your Golem team when you want to speed things up. So yes, you can use her in Golem, but for entry, like when you start off, you will need more gear to actually keep your team alive and all that. She doesn't bring enough to the team beside that unhealable. Hazel, she has a high chance on her skill 1. This is on a 3-turn cooldown after skill ups, and yeah, I'm dragging this a bit too long, but Hazel provides healing too and provides greater attack buff. I mean, Araminta does too, but it's much more easy to stabilize your group with like a combination of Hazel and Akatis. So yeah, anyways, these are my thoughts. Karen, super strong for Wyvern, even for PvP. Crazy burst, skill 2 into skill 3 with defense down on skill 2. Just insane damage, and she gets a crit damage multiplier, crit damage increase of, what is it, 50% on her skill 3. Just her burst damage is nuts. And Armin, definitely strong more in the early game and maybe mid game, but falls off. So she's good, but there's better options. It's just that she provides so much in her skill set. Yeah, decreased hit chance, very powerful. Without skill ups, I mean, this is only 35% chance, but if you bring that up, I don't recommend investing skill ups into Armin. I have her on my second account. I used her for a while. Golem 8, 9, 10 with Kira's cheese. Yeah, I mean, she was useful, but I had to phase her out for 11 because fire heroes are better there. And I mean, very strong, and also in the Abyss. Corvus got a buff. I mean, this, you need to use Fighting Spirit to use this thing, so you can't pop it on turn 1, but there's no cooldown on it anymore. And also, was that it? The health recovers health. The soul burn recovers health, and the amount was doubled, something like that, from what I read. And transfer debuff. Anyways, you don't really see him being used, but maybe it's gonna change with this buff. Not quite sure. I would have to like test him. And Lots was actually buff, man. Lots is really good now. I just don't know his multipliers though. I don't know how much healing he actually does, but there's healing out of skill 3 now. Team-wide healing on top of the continuous healing. Continuous healing is 15% of the allies' max health and healing when they go, and it's 3 turn when awakened. And this thing actually gives him combat readiness now, 30% like auxiliary lots. I mean, they're both very good, and I mean, I feel like Lot's gonna be is gonna have way more play now after those buffs. Beside that, I mean, artifacts, Elspeth very strong. Kaladra very strong for offense when you have a debuff on the enemy, and Water's Origin super strong too. More in the early to mid game phase. Beside that, I would say, yeah, Mukacha speed memory imprint if you need that, and I mean his kit is not bad, but you don't see him used too much, mostly for speed memory imprint. And yeah, because he got defense down on that skill 3, and also he scales based on speed, so that's cool. He got nerfed though. That was better before. He was getting faster and faster, and yeah. And beside that, Misty Chain, she's solid, but you don't see her being used too much. The problem is that she doesn't shine in too many areas of the game. She's very strong in Wyvern 11 though, because I mean all stage of Wyvern, but it's her debuffs. They're so strong. Unhealable with the decreased attack. The unhealable, who cares? But the decreased attack is very powerful. I thought she had 3 debuffs. Maybe she needs to be awakened. But yeah, she provides the debuffs plus the healing, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, I guess that's it, man. That's it. So I'm definitely pulling on that. Rotation is so solid. And quickly before I leave you guys, this was changed. What is going on here? I have to search now? Who was I even looking for? 1 second. Alright, just had to press all heroes at the top left. Now I can have this sorted, go in mages, and go down. Misty Chain isn't here. Yeah, she grants revive to the ally with the lowest health for 2 turns. So yeah, I guess these were the 2 debuffs that she applies, but it's 100% chance, that's the thing. And when you have 3 debuffs or more on the Wyvern, it greatly reduces his damage. So that's very, very powerful when in combination with the attack down, which reduces the target's attack in half. So yeah, that's it for this one, guys. Good luck with the summoning. Thanks for watching. I'm Astranox. Like, comment, subscribe for more. Press the bell icon for to be notified whenever I release a new video, and check out my other videos. They should be showing up on the screen now. Playlist of all sorts: Arena, Guild Wars, guides, tips, and guides, tips, and how-tos, and Abyss floors 62+. So check those out if you haven't. And also I have got a bunch of early game, I mean, can apply to mid and late game progression guide, and also so many tips. Like this was for like a new account when I started on Europe. Wanted to give you guys a bunch of tips that I use all the time, and yeah, it's part of a playlist. Go in my channel under playlist and check that one out if you haven't. So yeah, that's really it for this one. Peace out for now.